Stampers, Deb Valder here with Teaspoon of Fun. It's our little paper crafting company, and everything that you see here today you can purchase in our shop. You can either go to the little eye up above, or you can take and go into the description below, or you can just Google us, Teaspoon of Fun. We are, just like I said, a little paper crafting company that sells all the product that we use and then some. I'm going to show you this card today. It's a looking glass card, and it's one in a series that we have. I'm going to show you a couple of the other ones that I've done. This is the one we're going to do today, but I'm going to show you a couple of the other ones that I've done before. This one was huge. People just love this one. And I have all the links to these cards on my blog post, so remember to hop on over to our website. There's our shop, there's our blog. They're called Sweet Rewards. You're going to just absolutely love that. You get free product for just purchasing from our shop. So this is a good one right here. Here's another one that I did for the last summer. It's just so pretty, and I've used this one over and over and over again. It's one of our birthday ones. Here's our little kitty at Christmas. He's so adorable. And then this one I wanted to show you how I did so many of them different ways. And what do I mean by that? So here's your traditional, this is the traditional A2 card, and I only used 2 of the 3 dies that went along with it. I didn't use the B on this one. This one I did use the B. It's a mini slimline card, and I added the ornate frame that we're going to add today. And then this one I actually did a regular slimline card. Now in my description below on the Teaspoon of Fun blog post, you're going to see this and all of the products that we've used. But this right here is, I used one of our stencils it's an overlay that shows you how to place your dies. They're amazing. We have one also for the A2 card, just a lot of products there. So make sure you hop on over to the Teaspoon of Fun blog post, and it is amazing. All right, so this card is so fast and easy to put together. It's one of my go-to cards sets, the Looking Glass series, because they're just really fast and they're very fun. So the first thing that I did was just cut out all my pieces. So for this particular one right here, I actually cut out the piece on the frame. All right, so I'm going to save my butterfly for another card because I didn't use it on this one. So I literally cut it out of the frame, and that's going to get mounted onto my card base. All right, so that was the butterfly. And then for these 2 right here, I just cut them out of different colors of cardstock because, like I said, I'm going to show you the fast version of this. All right, so there's these 2. I wasn't sure which color I wanted to use, so I'm gonna keep both of those, and we're good to go. All right, so I have all of those cut out. And then I also have my little frame cut out. Let's just take our retractable pick here and punch that out. So there's my frame. And then I cut out my Miss You, and I cut out 3 of these, and I already adhered them together just to save some time, because you don't need to see me gluing 3 layers of Miss You on there. You do not need to use 3 layers. I just like to use 3 layers because it gives it more dimension, and this card is so fast, why not do it? All right, so we've used those, and now we're ready to put it all together. So what I do is I take the bottom layer and I put it over the top layer, all right, or the top 2 layers. Now, do I want that color or do I want this color? I definitely want the darker color, I think, for this. All right, so here is this right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I don't want too much dimension when the card is all done. So let's bring the card back in, and what I mean by that is you don't want like layer after layer after layer after layer. Now, there's going to be a purpose for everything. I'm going to grab my foam, my thin foam squares, and I have them labeled in my little container, okay? And I'm also going to be using my crafty foam tape, and there's a reason for that. You'll see it as we go along. So for this piece right here, what we want to do is we want to take and use our thin foam squares, and I'm just going to use my little ones right here, all right? And I'm just going to put one on each corner, all right? So it's going to give it some dimension. Let me get my trash can here. It's going to give it some dimension, but not too much, all right? So remember, 2 of these is equal to 1 of our regular foam, all right? That means foam squares, foam tape, everything. So 1 of those is equal to 1 of the regular foam squares. And that's going to be very critical when we have things, when you see the thing put together. All right, so now what I'm doing is these little dots actually are the holes for the flowers. And then the moon is going to be layered. See how pretty that is? So all I did was just layer those 2 together. And now what I'm going to do is to take this piece right here, and I'm going to put my foam squares on there. Again, my little thin ones I'm going to put here on the top. All right, so just use your small. When you get a package of our foam squares, okay, whether they're regular or the thin, black or white, you're going to get a sheet of the small ones and a sheet of the large ones. So they come together just like this, okay? So you can use them as you need to. But if you run out of your big ones, don't be afraid to use your little ones because it all sticks together. All right, so now I'm going to layer this piece on the top of that one, okay? And I'm just eyeballing all of my little pieces right here. Oh, let's put this part up just a little bit higher. There. So now everything lines up. Is this so fast already? All right, so we're almost done. All right, so now the next thing that we need to do is we need to adhere it to our card base. Now, this is where you're going to need your foam tape because we've got all of these layers right here. If we put a thin one here and here and here, it's going to be shorter or there's not going to be as much depth as there is with this one because this one already has a couple of layers. So what we need to do not put anything on here. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our craft tape and we're going to put this together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, because I want this to be standing up, now this brings it even with this because remember we have 2 layers of those thin foam squares right there. All right, so we're going to just take and add foam tape all the way around, and I'm going to show you one more spot that we're going to do it. This is the regular foam tape. These I use the thin foam tape. All right. Here's this one. Now you can use your foam squares for here, the thick foam squares, but you're actually going to save yourself a little bit of money by using this because you're going to use a gazillion of those, and this is much faster. So in your craft room, you should have foam squares, both thick and thin, black and white. You should have also have your foam tape. Okay, just like that. All right, so now what this is going to do is make it so nothing caves in. Okay, just like that. So far, so good. So let's take these pieces off. And we're going to add that to our card base. Okay. Just center it side to side, up and down. And you're good to go. Alrighty, we are almost in the home stretch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my foam strips and add that to this piece right here. And these are the perfect size because they don't go over the little top right here. And they fit in between our little ornate part right here. So that's why I love these. All right, so these are our foam strips. They come in black and they come in white. And they are perfect for these little frames. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're just going to take and center that over our little frame right here. And I'm going to take and, because this is a, let's see what this is, a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of paper. I want to get it as close to the top as I can, centered side to side. And then just press it down. Voila! Okay, now what we're going to do is to take and put some adhesive on this, and I'm going to use my liquid glue. Okay, so let me just grab my liquid glue, and we're going to put that right on the base of the Miss You. I love these. We've got a bunch of them in the shop now. They are called Moonlight, and then they have all different sayings. Now let's take our, I just tap off the excess here so it doesn't come oozing out, and then add it to your little Miss You right here. There we go. Okay, let's make sure it's on there nice and firm. Okay, and then we're going to add this to our card. All right, so we can take that away. So pretty. I just used a different sentiment for this one and left off the scalloped oval. This one's going to go directly onto the paper. Just like that. Okay, and then we're just going to take this, center it. Whoop, let's grab our, I love these. Okay, so let's just center that. Hold it. Hold it, and see how that came out. So pretty. And that is our card for today. So fast, so easy. If you're going to do them, cut out a whole bunch of them. You can do them in different colors, but as long as you've got all the dies out, just take and cut a bunch of them out. So I hope you enjoyed our post for today. Remember to go hop on over to our blog or our shop, our website. It is www.teaspoonofun.com, and there's a little click on the I above there. There's a link in the description below, or you can just Google us. Remember to share this with your friends. Remember to like it, and come back and visit us often. You take care and have a great day. Thank you.